Hey everybody, how's it going? RedEyedJedi here, and welcome to FlareDaily. Please like, share, and subscribe for more great crypto content. Now let's begin. How are you guys doing today? Anyways, so I got some cool stuff I want to show you, but before we do that, let's jump on over to price. Right now, Flare is down 8%, trading at $1.80, with a 24-hour high of $1.99 and a low of $1.60. And then XRP is trading at $1.44. It is also down 5%, with a high of $1.53 and a low of $1.29. That's okay. You just keep buying it until you can't buy no more. And then we got Doji, which right now is still about average on the 24-hour at 49 cents, with a high of 55 and a low of 41. So it hasn't changed a whole lot on Doji. And then we got Gala Games, which as well is down 5%. It looks like it's actually down the same amount as XRP. Pretty close. But this is trading at, I would say 1 cent, but it's 0.016 cents, with a 24-hour high of 0.017 and a low of 0.015. And like I always say, I see this going much higher. Buy it now as much as you can, because you're going to be able to use Gala when you're buying your NFTs, when you're playing these Gala games. It's going to be huge. So I think that it's going to easily hit at least $1. If not higher. And I'm sure it'd go way higher. But if it was like more of a stable thing, right? That's all I'm talking about. It would be $1. But I'm sure it's going to go up more than that once everyone wakes up to what Gala is. And XRP and the Flare network are going to take off. It's just going to be insane. And there's plans for Doji all over the place too. So then there's Casino Coin, which is not on the Flare network yet, but it is one of my favorite projects. I have liked this project for a long time. So right now it is up 28%, trading at 0.0036 cents. So still you could buy basically 3 for a penny. We will discuss more Casino Coin later, but I love this coin. And maybe one of these days I'll do a video on just Casino Coin and why I like it. So you understand why I talk about it in my Flare videos when it's nothing to do with Flare. But I like the coin. Okay, so now that we're done talking with that, I do want to talk about this first. So Vive, which is HTC, they're a 3D set. Let me see. I just want to open in a new tab real quick. I don't know if it was going to let me have 2 tabs because they have a convention going on right now, and if you have to register, so I have to only one window. But so they are a virtual headset, right? Kind of like the Oculus, but this is very cool. Now, I wanted to start on this page just because I didn't want to lose it. Honestly, I didn't want to start on this page, but again, I didn't want to lose it. So this one right here, it's talking about aerospace and aviation training and simulations, right? But check this out. So from pre-flight to post-flight, from ground crew to cabin staff, from empathy to hazardous situations, we have built experiences that help put you in situations you wouldn't want to be in without prior knowledge and training. We have full body simulators with biometric feedback to not only give you the experience of your life, but also to track the data along the way. So that right there, it's a full body simulator with biometric feedback, which is really kind of crazy because, I reference Ready Player One quite a bit. I believe that sometimes they put these movies out there with this tech to show us what's coming up and what we can do, right? So that right there, Ready Player One, very good movie. It was put together very well. But it also had mentioned, like the whole body suits and be able to fill everything, right? So that's where they're going. It's there. The military's way ahead of us. They release the tech to us and tell us when we can use it. But it's very cool. So there's a lot of stuff going on over here. And I know this has nothing to do with Flare yet. But now stick with me. So the Metaverse, Flare is creating the Metaverse, or having something to do with it, right? And there's a lot of suspicion because we have no idea. And I'm going to discuss this more in tomorrow's NFT video, a lot more. But what if, this technology and the Flare technology kind of merge together? Because they're talking about all kinds of different things here. You got your science, immersion, cognitive 3D, mixed reality. There's a lot of different stuff. And this right here is what they're trying to put on us, right? So let's look at entertainment. So you'll have your world immersions, and they're going to put you in the headsets, right? Now they want us to be able to go and view our soccer games, our basketball games. You to view it in VR because it could put you right there on court side, right? And then eventually they'll find ways to market that even more. But now it's everything coming together. Everything is coming together. This is all just a piece of the puzzle. I can't go too much into it because I would make this video extremely long and probably bore some of you people. But very cool technology going on right now. I'm going to try and check out as much as possible. Oh, products, I got to scroll real quick. Just because if you have a weak stomach, it showed like a surgery thing real quick. But then a quick thing, products. They have these different products they're working on, communication tools. There's, let's see. Now this right here, see, this is what the Vive is, right? This is the headset. But they do a lot of stuff, like flying and driving simulators. So simulators on transit driving, and then they're also going to have simulators on flying vehicles. So I wonder if that's coming in the future, flying vehicles, because they got the training. They got this looks really, really cool. So you got this right here, she could be on a jet ski, and it moves like a jet ski, and you're wearing the headset, and it could make you put you there, right? The Hologate Arena looks pretty cool too, The only downside is if they allowed us to have the smell-o-vision stuff, but certain rules don't allow us to do the scenty things yet. It's just stupid laws that hold things back. They could actually make it to where you could smell the water too, which I'm sure in some countries you'll have it, but here in the States, yeah. I don't know, unless things change. But look, they got archery. And then the one thing I thought was really cool here, because I had mentioned this in a video back in the day. It was, I believe, in my blockchain video or something. I was talking about VR. And I was talking about police training, saying the police departments should use VR for training. And now they have this coming out, which is training for the police in VR. So very cool. A lot of cool things going on here. Check it out, because this right here, they're all going to come together. They're all going to come together. So anyways, now let's get on to some other news. Over here, don't try to pirate movies on SpaceX's Starlink. I'm not going to read the article, but basically someone said that they used to pirate, and it's just because, sometimes you don't want to spend a lot of money to watch stuff. I used to do stuff like that. But, so they were watching some low-key stuff, and then they decided to download probably a Disney thing, and they got flagged, and they got a notification right here that says, we have a notice that you're trying to download something that is copyrighted. So if you ever you shouldn't be doing this anyway, because that's stealing and you should not do it. Don't pirate movies on SpaceX's Starlink. Find another place. I'm kidding. Yeah. Be careful on what you download. You'll get a notice, and like even with cable companies here, you get like, I think the third notice, they cut you off or they cut your internet down, or I don't know what the penalties are, but just don't do it. You wouldn't like to lose your internet. All right, so just to give you a heads up, just in case everything looks a little funky, I am re-recording this part just so I make sure the information comes across a little bit better than it did the last time, because there's a lot of ums, and I don't like that. So here we go. Oh, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I had a lot of people that have been messaging me, and we have a great community. And I talk to a lot of people, and some people, thank you for these impermanent loss videos that you made. I really like them. So I figure, you know what? I haven't talked about impermanent loss for a while. The Flare network is upgrading their stuff, and we are waiting for the launch of beta so I can talk more Flare stuff. But till then, I got to stick with the news. So, what is impermanent loss? Simply put, impermanent loss is the difference between holding tokens in an AMM and holding them in your wallet. It occurs when the price of tokens inside an AMM diverge in any direction. The more divergence, the greater impermanent loss. Why impermanent? Because as long as the relative prices of tokens in the AMM return to their original state when you entered the AMM, the loss disappears and you earn 100% of the trading fees. However, this is rarely the case. More often than not, impermanent loss becomes permanent, eating into your trade income or leaving you with negative returns. And we don't like negative returns. So, how does this occur? To understand how impermanent loss occurs, we first need to understand how AMM pricing works and the role arbitrageurs play. In their raw form, AMMs are disconnected from external markets. If token prices change on external markets and AMM doesn't automatically adjust its prices, it requires an arbitrager to come along and buy the underpriced asset or sell the overpriced asset prices until prices offered by the AMM match external markets. During this process, the profits extracted by arbitrageurs is effectively removed from the pockets of liquidity providers, resulting in impermanent loss. For example, consider an AMM with two assets, Ethereum and DAI. Set a 50-50 ratio, as shown below, and change the price of ETH opens an opportunity for arbitrageurs to profit at the expense of liquidity providers. The DIA ETH AMM is balanced with equal values on both sides. So they have they got 1,000 DAI, which equals $1,000 on that side, and they got 10 Ethereum on the other side, which equals to $1,000 at the time they made this. Go back in those days. So, they have 1,000 DAI and 10 ETH. Now, the price of ETH increases 10%, creating an arbitrage opportunity. So right there that it increased, but over here it's still showing lower, right? So, okay, the price of ETH increases 10%, creating an arbitrage opportunity. An arbitrager can now buy Ethereum from the AMM starting at a price that is 10% cheaper than external markets. Arbitrageurs are incentivized to balance the AMM by selling DAI for Ethereum until both sides of the AMM are equal. As a result, liquidity providers suffer a $2.38 loss compared to holding Ethereum and DAI. So, basically what happened here is, yes, their value, they got this nice little $10 profit, right? But at the same time, the values of everything has changed as well. So because they had both DAI and Ethereum in there, and the price of one went higher than the other. So let me see. Let me scroll back up. So basically right here, it's showing that the price of Ethereum has gone up, right? Now what happens is, since the price has gone up, your Ethereum has dropped. So now instead of having 10 Ethereum, you have 9.5. But over here, you have more DAI. And so this right here is kind of like an impermanent loss as well, because if you were holding Ethereum in just a single pool or DAI in a single pool, you would still have that 10 Ethereum or the 1,000 DAI. But because of the way this pool works, they want to keep the water level. So because DAI or Ethereum is bigger now, you're going to have less. But because you're having less of that, you're going to have more DAI, right? Because they're trying to balance it out. So I hope that made sense. I will explain a little bit more when we do our Flare Finance beta, whenever it launches again. So there is that. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and stitch this with the other part of the video. So enjoy. There's these coins right here, right? You have Shiba and Akita. What are your thoughts on these coins? I did notice that these coins, like I've seen them come around for a while, and I just ignore them because, just like Doge, I paid no attention to Doge until the Flare network picked up on Doge, and then that's when I was like, okay, now I'm going to pay a little more attention to you. Now with these two, they're not on Flare. So don't think I'm saying that. But they are on Bitrue. And since they just came over to Bitrue, and the value is super, super low. Like Akita, I think I put, like $15, $20 in there, and I got like 1 million coins. Over 1 million. Shiba, I put in 20 or something like that, and I got like a 500,000. So I just did it to see what happens with these tokens. I pay attention to them a little bit more when I have money actually invested in it. So what's up with these? And like I said, that was only like $20 each. So it's not, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be out ridiculous amount of money if they dive. But I don't think they're going to dive just because they just got added to Bitrue. But again, I want to know what your thoughts are on these coins. Do you think Shiba and Akita are jokes? Or do you think they're going to join the Doge family? They have the marketing value because now you got Shiba, and Doge is, I believe, a Shiba as well. And then you got Akita, which looks very similar. So I don't know. I don't know about the coin. I was just curious on what you guys thought. I will do more investigating on this later. All right. Now, Gala Games. Check this out. So someone was complaining, or Gala was complaining, this is totally unacceptable and miserable experience. We are looking forward to completing integration with Flare networks. I'm like, well, what are they talking about? Check this out. So this is something that, like, I was complaining about the other day. I had received something from Gala Games because I am part of Gala Gold. And it was cool. I got this NFT I would love to claim. I'll go ahead and follow you, Jack. But I had the NFT. I want to claim it so I can use it in my game. But right now you have to pay Ethereum gas to have that transferred over into your wallet, right? To claim it. So, like, this is what they're talking about. And now when I did it, it was asking me for like $20. And no, I'm not going to pay $20. That isn't mine. And I will just wait for Flare Networks. But now you got like this right here where when they did it, the time they decided to do it, and it was probably because, the timing, there's more transactions going. So they wanted to charge $83. And then add 20 items to inventory. $1,600, which is ridiculous. And I always mentioned back when I was doing this CryptoKitty video where I went to go buy a $10 kitty because I wanted to check it out and see what that game was about. And they wanted to seriously charge me $3,000 for one CryptoKitty, which was worth $10. Ethereum is a joke. This is why I tell everyone about Flare Networks. There are people that I have talked to. I'm actually going to be interviewing one of these people soon. The crypto waifus. Look them up. I don't have anything to pop up right now to show you, but I'm talking to them, and so like I kind of explain to them too because they are working with Polygon, so that's okay. But I wasn't sure at first because I did see something about Ethereum at first, and I gave them all the information or some information on Flare Networks. Maybe they'll jump over. And there's other people that I always, hey, jump over to Flare Networks. Like, if you're already on Ethereum, it'll be easy. So yeah, this is a ridiculous mess right here. And technology is not going to advance at all if we are stuck paying these kind of gas fees, and it's a big thing. So this is why the whole SEC. Oh yeah, I did want to talk about this too because the SEC. So the SEC is trying to say that all cryptos are security, right? SEC crypto. Sorry, I just want to see. So basically, what they had said, and this isn't the thing. Let's see. Well, they had made a statement that all cryptos are a security. And some people got annoyed with that. They're like, well, XRP is not a security. And you got to think about this because it can be looked at as a security. I was thinking about this just because of all of these companies I've been talking to that are creating their own projects. A lot of them, they create their own token, right? And that token is to run their network, but at the same time, it helps fund their network. You see? So you're not buying a stake in the company, but then again, you kind of are, right? Because like, if you're going to buy Akita, but then the network it's built on, everything that's built around, just doesn't work anymore. They decide they're not working on it anymore. Then that crypto is kind of pointless, right? So in a sense, I could see it as, when they say, oh, hey, buy my Akita coin for my network, to get, this is part of our thing. Like if I say, hey, buy my dark side coin, and this way I can get my setup going. Well, that's security, right? Because I'm still using these coins that I created out of nothing to incentivize you to buy so I can build the system that it's going to be used on. Right? Does that make sense? So that right there makes it a security. And with Ripple, because Ripple, they get money from the XRP and they use it to build their network. And it makes sense because they built XRP, the XRP ledger, and they built other stuff too that doesn't deal with XRP, but they get that money, right? So I kind of see like where they're saying, no, it's a security. Oh no, it's not. We're gonna get everything cleared and figured out because right now we're in the early stages of the new world. This is the fourth industrial revolution. Think about it. Where we're at. No, see, look, I'm making this video 25 minutes already. Sorry. All right. So I'm going to just leave it there. We're in a new revolution, or not it's a new evolution into a digital age. And to do that, we have to have new rules and regulations, which we did not have even 20 years ago. Maybe the government has their own, technology that they're using and they have their rules and regulations. but we don't down here. And everything, they're setting the platform like they already have stuff in the back, but a lot of this I think is for show, just so the world can see what is actually going on. Because if they just told you, okay, this is security, this is not, people are going to freak out. Oh my God. So if you drag it out and you show all the evidence, it calms people down. Me, let's launch the damn network. I want to make some money here. And yeah, speaking of which, I have an NFT that I am almost done on. I might actually be done on it today or tomorrow. But it is not going to be a RedEyedJedi NFT. It's going to be through my Bivens photography company, just because I am waiting for the Flare network to launch for me to put my NFTs out there. But my company, Bivens Photography, I did create a shop over on Atomic Hub for now, just because Atomic Hub, you don't have to use Ethereum. They use Wax there. So interesting. I'm going to release a small amount of NFTs on there just to try their network while I wait for ours, because Daddy's got to make some money to fund this stuff. Otherwise, I'm going to have to figure out other means, and that means that it might cut into my video time. And I don't want that to happen. I want to get my videos out there. I like everything I'm going. I got a lot of projects out there. So I want to try and fund everything to keep me being able to do what I do now and expand on that. So maybe you guys can help me out with that. I will put a link on Twitter when that happens, and I'll even mention it here on my channel. Of course, I'll mention it on my channel. My NFT. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for listening to me ramble for the past 28 minutes. You guys are awesome. I love you all. Like, seriously, you guys are cool. I have a lot of cool conversations with you people, on Twitter, on YouTube, in my Discords, all over the place. And what do you mean by you people? But, our community. You guys are awesome. So thank you for sticking around. You are all awesome. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have an amazing day. Goodbye.